Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, talking to Manu Raju from CNN, accidentally slips up and says Trump is an FBI informant. Wait, what? Trump's the deep state? Apparently so. So he was talking about, oh, no, Donald Trump doesn't think Epstein is a hoax. He's horrified by what happened. And that's why he's been covering up for for Epstein all along. Okay, by the way, if you don't know, also just happened, Department of Justice won't allow NBC to see two Epstein associates that Epstein paid $100,000 to and $250,000 to. They are protecting the Epstein associates and say, no one should be allowed to see their names. Meanwhile, Tom Massey is attacking John Paulson, who runs a huge hedge fund, and saying he's on the Epstein list. And John Paulson is spending a lot of money to try to defeat Tom Massey in his congressional race, because Tom Massey has made the grave crime of criticizing Israel. And John Paulson says, how dare you? We're going to spend millions to eliminate you. But by the way, we don't have any control. Israel controlling American politicians? No way. Thomas Massey, you defied us and we will destroy you. Same guy. So Massey's like, oh, you're talking about destroying? Well, you were in Epstein's contact list. Now, he's not saying that he knows that he's definitely one of the clients, and I certainly don't know that, right? And you could be in his black book, Epstein's, and be Bill Clinton or Donald Trump and not necessarily have done anything, right? But it is interesting that John Paulson apparently was in the black book, according to Tom Massey, who's a U.S. congressman. And now all of a sudden he's spending a lot of money to make sure that nobody ever finds out who actually did the crimes with Epstein and who might have authorized those crimes. Interesting. But back to Donald Trump being a snitch, Mike Johnson says, no, of course. No, he's so horrified that he was also an FBI informant. Okay, that is not a well-known fact, brother. So you just accidentally let it slip. And then that is, the greatest of all ironies. If it turns out that Donald Trump was actually the deep state. Okay. And by the way, if you're an FBI informant, maybe you're a good guy, all right? But a lot of times the FBI informants got caught doing that same thing, and then they had to turn evidence against their former friends and allies and become an informant to get off of the crimes that they were alleged to have done. Things that make you go, So is Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, lying about Donald Trump being an FBI informant? Or is he telling the truth? And then why was Donald Trump an FBI informant in the Epstein case? Those are good questions that people should definitely follow up on. We'll see you guys at 6 o'clock on Monday. You know we do the live show Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. We'll have a lot more details there. See you there.